friends. I just wanted to come on here. Good morning. It is about 9:30 in the morning on Sunday. I think today is Sunday. Sunday what? Sunday, October 17th. Ooh, it's the 17th already. And I wanted to share a bit of an update. So welcome to another episode of my Vlogtober series. I believe this is going to be episode 5 of my Vlogtober series, if I'm not mistaken. And we had our second clue for this year's Stephen West Mystery Knit Along come out on Friday the 15th, so just a few days ago. And then the last time I left you, I had finished clue 1 of the Shawlography Mystery Knit Along. So let me share my progress with you guys so far on clue number 2, which came out on Friday, like I said. So clue number 2, I did say that Stephen West said that there would be more knitting in this clue, and I was not wrong. There definitely is more knitting in this clue. So I will share with you my progress. I did start the clue on Friday the 15th and did a bit of knitting on Friday and yesterday as well. I did some knitting on Saturday too. So let me share with you my progress. It's not a lot because, like I said, I am still kind of embracing my pace this year, and I'm not going very fast. But I do have some progress. So let me go ahead and show you. All right. Oh, also, disclaimer, I have to put the disclaimer in before I forget that these videos are intended to share my progress with anyone who's watching, and so I will be showing the Mystery Knit Along. So if you don't want to see it, feel free to skip these parts or skip this video and maybe come back and watch it at a later time. Okay, so here we go. Here is my progress thus far with clue number 2. Yeah. So here we are. Last time I left you, clue number 1 ended with these little worms here, these I cords. And then clue number 2 started with these columns here. And I like that so far. So the little worms are growing on me. I'm kind of in love with them at this point. And I started on section 5, which section 5 are these columns right here. So I started that on Friday and finished that up on Friday, I finished that up early Saturday. So I did a lot of knitting yesterday, and I finished the column section up on Saturday. So, and then I went ahead and got started with the next section, which is section 6, which he calls welts. And I sneakily looked ahead to some spoiler pictures again, because I like to do that just to figure out what my color scheme is going to look like. And yeah, I won't spoil it. I'll probably finish the welts up later tonight, and then I'll share them with you and what they're looking like. But this is where I'm at right now. This is what it's looking like. I was going to try to stretch it out to show you all what it's looking like, but it's not really working that well. And like I said last time, it is getting big, so I can't really stretch it out here, and I don't have stoppers on my needles right now, so I can't really stretch it out too much. But this is what it's looking like so far. So I am going to try to stretch it out and take some proper pictures, but we'll see how far I get with that. I might not get any until it's blocked or ready to be blocked. But yeah, so here's my Mystery Knit Along so far. I'm really liking the color selection that I have. I don't know what the next color is that I use, but I want to say it's probably one of the grays. And yeah, that's where I'm at. Oh, and then the next section, I think is section 7. And, well, never mind. I won't share anything until I have that started. I won't share what I'm going to do with that until I have it started. So, But I'm looking for another place to incorporate that purple again, because I did put it there in section 3, and so I'm probably going to put it in again in this next clue. But yeah, so here's where I'm at. It's looking really nice, looking really cool. Definitely learning some new techniques already with this mystery knit along, which I think is kind of the point with Stephen West's mystery knit along, is to say yes, don't stress, and learn new techniques and new ways of doing things. And yeah, and it's also not a race, so embrace your pace, as he also says. And that's really what I'm doing this year, is I'm embracing my pace. Well, trying to embrace my pace. Anyway, so here's where I'm at. And the plan is to finish up this green section, which is section 6. So they're called welts. And I'm going to go ahead and finish that up today and maybe get started on the next section, which is section 7. And there's 3 more sections, I believe, for this clue number 2. So 7, 8, and 9. And I'll probably get started on those. If not today, then probably tomorrow or in a couple days. So we'll see. But yeah, so that is the plan. And I don't really have another update. Oh, I do have another update, but I don't have anything to share, to show you guys or share with you. So I won't talk too much about it. But I do, so these videos for my Vlogtober series do showcase and share my progress specifically with the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along of 2021, Shawlography. However, I was thinking about adding another knit along that's not a mystery knit along, but it's a knit along, and that is the I think it's called the Spooky Socks Make Along 2021 for this year. I've never participated in any other knit along except for Stephen West's knit along, and last year was my first time. So I've never participated in a make along kind of situation, but I really want to do it because I was looking on Etsy and I saw some yarn that I love. Oh my gosh, by Moon Glow Yarn Company, and she makes, whoever has that shop, I think it's a she makes gorgeous yarn. And she had a yarn set for socks called Haunted Rose Sock Set, which I'll insert a picture somewhere if I can find one. And it's a beautiful like gray yarn base, and then it has and then there's like 5 or 6 different colors to go along with it. So if you want to do some like color work in your socks. Anyway, it's called Haunted Rose, and apparently the yarn is made in collaboration with Nitty Natty. I think her name is Nitty Natty. I think her name is Natalie from Nitty Natty. Forgive me if you watch her a lot and I don't know. But yeah, I think it's made in collaboration with her, and she is putting on this knit along, or make along rather, for Spooky Socks. And I know I'm incredibly late to the Spooky Sock make along because it started October 1st. And like I said, today is the 17th already, and I don't actually get my yarn. I did order my yarn, but I don't get it until probably the 21st. So I'll probably have like just a little bit with before Halloween, before I start the Spooky Sock make along. But I was thinking about adding in the Spooky Sock make along once I get my yarn with these Vlogtober videos in which I share the Stephen West mystery knit along. So I thought that would be fun. Once I get my yarn, I will share a little bit more about that and show you which pattern that I chose that I'm going to do with that. It is my first time knitting. It will be my first time knitting socks. I've never knit socks before, so that's going to be new. But I'm excited, so I wanted to share that. And yeah, that's really all I have for right now. I will do a couple things today. I have to do some studying for sure. Like I said last time, I have that LSAT coming up in November, and I have to study. I have to study for it. So yeah, so I'll do about an hour or so of studying today, and then hopefully I can get outside a little bit and take a walk because it's nice outside. And then I have to hit the pet store because let me just share. I'm just sharing my life right now. That's fine. I have to hit the pet store because I have 2 betta fish. I have a veil-tail betta fish and a half-moon betta fish. And the half-moon betta fish that I have, his name is Shadow. And I have to hit the pet store because I think they're worms. There's worms in his bowl. There's worms in his water. It's not a bowl, it's like a fish tank. There's worms in the tank, and I have been killing them as I see them, but I have to, I looked it up online, and I think it just says that you can get rid of worms with just more regular cleaning. I do regularly clean his fish tank. However, I think I just got to do it a little bit more and get rid of those worms. But I do need to get a vacuum to vacuum the gravel in his tank. So got to go over to the pet store to get a vacuum today for his tank and probably some new substrate, and yeah, that's probably about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and go do those things and hopefully get to some knitting today. And like I said, I do plan on finishing this section 6 here, this dark green, which, oh my god, I'm loving that dark green. Anyway, I do plan on finishing that today and hopefully getting started on the next section, which is section 7. So I will hopefully get that started today. I'll check back in a little bit later at the end of this day. I don't know when this video is going to come up. I don't know if it's going to come up later tonight or tomorrow morning. So we'll see where I'm at. But yeah, so I just wanted to have a quick check-in and a bit of a chat, obviously, since I probably shared a little bit too much. Anyway, but that's the plan. So I will check back in with you guys a little bit later, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful morning. Okay. Again, friends, I am back. I am filming an outro for this video. I know I said I would get back last night, but I didn't. I just had like a really chill night. I ended up going to get some hot chocolate and just knitting, and I watched the new Halloween movie, and I just had a really chill night. So yeah. So last time I left you, I was obviously still working on the Shawlography mystery knit along, and I had just finished section 6, the welt section. And I just finished section 6, the welt section, and I was going to go ahead and get started on the next one, which is section 7. It's called triangles, and so I was going to start on that. And I did, and I actually got a lot more knitting done than I had anticipated that I would. So let me go ahead and share with you my progress. So section 5, 6, and 7 of clue number 2 are here. So I finished the triangle section and I think it turned out really nicely. Instead of using color B for section 7, which would for me be this dark gray right here, I ended up using the purple again because I really wanted to be able to see the triangles really, really clearly with my yarn or in my pattern. So, and please excuse me, I don't have stoppers on my needles right now, so I'm a little nervous that it's gonna like fall off, and we don't want that. Anyway, so here I am I just finished section 7, so I just finished the triangle section. Here, let me just get it back up so you guys can see it. Trying to make it like not fall off the needles. But it's getting kind of large, so you can't really see it too well, but you can see basically where I'm at. So instead of putting B in, which is that dark gray, like I said, I put the purple in. So I did find another place to incorporate that dark purple. And so far, I think it's looking really, really nice. I'm really happy with it. I was looking at it today and I was thinking, oh my God, it looks like a jewel or something. Like, I'm loving how the colors are really connecting with each other and dancing around through the pattern as they're supposed to, because this is Shawlography and it's basically named after choreography. So the colors obviously dance around with each other, and I'm really liking the way it's coming together. I'm really liking how they're dancing together, and yeah, I'm so glad that I incorporated that purple into my palette because I think it's just a really beautiful addition and it's turning out really, really cool. It's giving it like a really kind of jewelry effect. I don't know. It looks like a gem to me. It's going to be beautiful, I think, once it's done. I am still crossing my fingers for some brioche. We did not get brioche in this clue number 2 that came out on Friday, but you never know, maybe clue 3 or 4 will have some brioche. I don't know, I'm kind of crossing my fingers and hoping that there is some. So yeah, so we're doing that. The section, I did want to say the sections 5 and 6 and 7 are a little bit long. There's just a ton of knitting in this section, as you can see. Like, it goes from way down here to all the way up here, and it's basically all knitting. It's just a crazy amount of knitting. The welt section is probably the shortest section that I completed right now, and the welt section, all that's written in the welt section is like stockinette stitch. You just do like 10 rows of stockinette stitch, and it's like kind of a lot because you still have like 277 stitches on your needles. So it's kind of a lot, and it's just stockinette, and they don't look like welts until you start the triangle section, because the first row of the triangle section is basically where your welts will take shape. So yeah, but I really like the welts. I saw a post on Instagram. I forgot the name of the person that had it. Anyway, she's a test knitter for West Knits, and she's incredible, and she just has beautiful work. But she did a test knit for this pattern, and she did it with the welts, with the palette that West Knits sent her, and I think that that was really cool. And then she's also participating in the knit along herself with her own palette, and she posted on Instagram about how she just wasn't happy at the way it was looking for some reason. So she actually did some shawl surgery, as she called it, and took out the welt section so that it was just, it goes from the columns basically to the triangles, and there's a bit of like, I think there's like a couple of rows of a contrast color just to break it up. But I thought that was kind of cool too. So basically you can if you're not happy with the way these welts are looking, you can take them out essentially and just knit up the columns straight into the triangles here, which I think is kind of interesting. I like the welts though. In my Shawlography, I'm digging it. I think it looks pretty cool. It also gives it like a different texture. I can't stop touching these welts. They're kind of like big and floofy, and I don't know, I love it. I feel like it's gonna be like the worms, where I'm just like, they're gonna grow on me after a while and then I'm just gonna really like them. So yeah, so that's where I'm ending right now on my Shawlography. So not very far. I think I still have 2 more sections to do in this clue number 2. I definitely will not finish those tonight. I don't think that there's as much knitting in those 2 sections as there was in the beginning of this clue. So I did sneak ahead and look, and the next section, which is section 8, is called what's it called? Baubles or something like that? Pom-poms? Let me see. I think they look like baubles. Just make sure. Yeah, they're baubles. It's called section 8. Section 8 is called baubles. So I just have it on my iPad here. So yeah, so they're called baubles. I can't imagine that there's going to be a ton of knitting involved with the baubles, but it'll be sort of a new technique for some people, not for me, but for some people. So that'll be interesting. And then the one after that is called short rows. So it doesn't look like there's a ton of knitting in the short rows either. So I think I have done most of the knitting for this clue number 2, which is exciting. So yeah, so the short rows, if I remember correctly, they're probably kind of, sorry, D'Artagnan's crying, my dog. The short rows are probably kind of like the if you knit the Starflake shawl, the pictures that I've seen of or the completed clue 2 on Shawlography, it's looking like the shape that it's taking is the same shape that the Starflake shawl took at one point. So that's what it's reminding me of. I don't know if it's quite the same yet, obviously, since I haven't started, but that's what it's reminding me of. So yeah, so I think I've done most of the knitting, if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, I'm excited to get started on the next sections and be done with this clue number 2. I don't know when I'm gonna finish clue number 2, but hopefully soon-ish, we'll see. And then at the beginning of this video, I did mention that I wanted to include another make-along with these Vlogtober videos, which is going to be the Spooky Socks Make-Along 2021. That's put on through Nitty Natty and some other people that I can't remember the name of. Moonglow Yarn Company for sure, and I can't remember the third one. Anyway, Spooky Sock Make Along. So I wanted to go ahead and incorporate that. I didn't think my yarn was going to show up until October 21st. Today's the 18th. Monday the 18th. It's about 4:15 right now, my time, Pacific time. So this video will go up a little bit later today, but I did get an email notification that my yarn from Moonglow Yarn Company is actually being delivered today. It's being delivered tonight by 9 p.m. and if I know my postal carrier, he'll probably have it here at about 5. So I am gonna go down and check and see if my yarn is here for that. I did purchase the pattern that I'm gonna make with the spooky socks already, so I have everything ready to go. I have the needles and everything, I just need to get my yarn. So I am gonna hopefully get that later today, and then in the next video that I have for Vlogtober, I will share with you guys what pattern I'm using for the spooky sock make along and how that's going. And I know I don't have like a ton of time since it started on October 1st, but who cares? It's gonna be fun. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. That's where I'm ending. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all the new people that are watching my videos. I think I'm just getting a lot more views because of the Stephen West mystery knit along. A lot of people are participating, and yeah, I think it's great fun to share my shawlography with you guys, and I really hope that you guys are having as good of a time as I am with the mystery knit along. So yeah, that's where I'm going to end today's video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm loving all the new comments and everything like that. I tried to respond to everyone, so yeah, drop me a line if you feel like it. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Until then, happy knitting!